Hello friends and welcome back to the game yard of the lost souls. Today we come back to the Spooktacular to play some Koudelka. As I said the other day, today is gonna be a grindy kind of day. And so I've been thinking about something I can talk about. Before going forward, I'm going back to the boss area so we can heal and recover. I've been thinking about something I want to talk about because the main focus of my channel is gonna be horror. Horror is something that's in my mind a lot. That's why I want it to be the focus of the channel. Okay, that's why I wanted mainly to play horror games here. And as a horror fan, I happen to see a lot of people criticizing horror films, horror games, horror TV shows, horror books, a big etc. of stuff, okay? Because they are not spooky, or simply because they don't get scared by what happens in the game, in the movie, whatever. We have gotten to a point in the game industry that several horror games are labeled as walking simulators simply because what you do is explore some place creepy with a creepy background, with a creepy theme, with a creepy story, but since it does not bring scares forward, okay, people call it a walking simulator because that's the only gameplay, let's say it with a lot of quotes, okay, that's the only gameplay you have, and so people criticize it for it. And as a long time horror fan, I'm older than you may think, not as old as a skeleton might be, but I'm older than you might think. And as a long time horror fan, it pains me to see people think horror is just getting scared or stressed, or I don't know how to explain it better in English right now. But horror are a series of topics, horror are a series of themes. Horror is to several kinds of imagery of what I'm trying to say is you don't have to end a game or to be playing a horror game and be spooked during the game, or be stressed out of your mind because some monster or creature is on your tail and wants to get a bite out of your butt, okay? But there's gonna be things in games, in movies, in TV shows that are quintessential horror, even if they are not scary, because after years and years of being exposed to all this stuff, to all this horror stuff, we as consumers are being desensitized. I've been a game master for tabletop roleplay too. Besides playing video games, I also like to play tabletop roleplays, okay? And I've been enjoying pretty much being a game master for games like the Call of Cthulhu. I like horror settings, obviously. Where are we? This is another door. Where are we now? This is not where I want to go. There's another door here. What the fuck? Okay, what I was saying. I've been long time game master in tabletop role-playing games, especially horror tabletop role-playing games like the Call of Cthulhu. And I had friends tell me that they wouldn't be scared of zombies if they appear in front of them, because in the Call of Cthulhu you have a mechanic, let's say, that affects your mind. You have sanity. You become crazy the more you are facing creatures that your mind cannot explain, okay? And this friend of mine tells me that having watched so many horror films as we have watched, having seen so many shows and films about the undead, about zombies, he will not feel extremely an extreme loss of sanity because, extreme loss of sanity confronting an undead, a zombie in this case. But you don't realize that this sanity loss is not necessarily something that affects your mind directly. You've never been in front of a real zombie. You've never been in front of something that it's rotting, that you see, that your brain realizes that should be dead, and it's not. It's still moving. So you cannot be sure how it will affect you for real. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm rambling forward and backward because I don't have a fuck. I don't have this written down, so I'm rambling forward and backwards, trying to explain what I'm thinking, and I'm not getting very good at it. The Pondering Ghosts, as I was saying, you can be desensitized to the horror in media. You can be desensitized to zombies. You can be desensitized to ghosts. You can be desensitized to clones if you have claustrophobia. Okay, and get better. And suddenly, if in real life a real monster appeared, you'll be scared to death. What I'm trying to say mostly is that there's no necessity in horror to give you a scare. There's no necessity in horror to be creepy, to be scary. But there are some creatures, there are some monsters, some specters, some forces that are inherently horror themed, even if they are not scary to us. And lately I find myself watching people criticize a lot of horror material because it's not scary. Because since it's horror, if it's not scary, it's failing. It's not failing. It's treating themes that are horror. There's light coming from below. There must be a room underground. You're not going to jump. Oh, okay. I was a bit scared. There's something here. Panacea. Yes, big panacea. Okay, there's nothing else here, it seems. She's saying nothing more. Okay. And that's what I was trying to say. I mean, I can watch a horror movie and I will be mostly unmoved by the horror. As I say, I'm a long-term horror fan. I'm older than you may think. And nowadays, it's very hard to give me a horror film that makes me horrified, okay? You can scare me. You can scare me pretty easily, especially in video games. It's very easy to give me a good scare. all 90% of horror games today are based around giving you a scare. Something bumps into the screen and makes hooga booga booga booga, and you get scared. You get scared because the music, because the sound, because everything is prepared to give you a bump, to give you a scream, and to make you scared from it. Okay, you can't give me a scare like that way, but there are very few things that get me horrified to the point of not being able to play. I was very horrified with games in the past. I had a very difficult time the first time I played Amnesia and the predecessor saga, spiritual predecessor, the company made, the Penumbra games. But again, now darkness was one of my big fears, and it's still. I'm still very afraid of darkness myself, being alone by myself in darkness mostly. But I'm growing desensitized to it too, in horror especially. So no, don't escape. Wait. So that's what I really want to mean. I enjoy the themes, I enjoy the monsters, I enjoy the creatures. I've seen recently Boogeyman, and I loved the monster. The film, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't good, it wasn't bad. Let's say it that way, okay? But the monster was cool. It had an incredible design, and I love that. I enjoy that. I've seen a 1983 film recently called The Keep. Okay, it was boring. Generally the film was boring, very boring. But the creature was amazing, and only for that, the almost 2 hours of The Keep, 10 out of 10 for me. 10 out of 10. Best horror movie I've seen in a long while. I watched recently another oldie that was called The Night of the Scarecrow. It was mid, but it had revenge themes, it had spiritual themes that made it a good horror movie. I wasn't scared at all in that movie, but it worked. It worked as a horror movie, and I don't know why people doesn't get that. If it's not scary, it's not a good horror movie. It doesn't work like that. Sorry for the rant and the rambling and everything, but it's been so long. I worked 14 years in a rental store. Okay, we rented DVDs, we rented Blu-rays, and we have computers connected to the internet on the back. We have a cyber cafe. And it was so heartbreaking for me as a fan of horror to watch people ditch on films or criticize films that weren't really bad films. They were very enjoyable, but since they watched them expecting to get scared out of their pants, I suppose, to get scared shitless, and it didn't work that way, the film was horrible for them. They didn't like it, and it was heartbreaking because there's a lot of effort in some movies that people doesn't appreciate, and it's heartbreaking. It's simply heartbreaking. Something weird to come from the mouth of a skeleton, I know, but it is. Okay. I have to put some points in piety. I have to remember to put some points in piety for Edward. It's a bit of what I'm talking. We also can take it for Koudelka here. Koudelka is a horror game. It's a horror role-playing game. It's scary. I don't find it scary. I don't find a giant plant monster scary. I don't find ghosts scary. I don't find two crazy two crazy caretakers trying to lure you into a sense of I don't know how to call it, homewardness, of to make you feel at home, let's say it that way. Okay, two real persons, two real people, not ghosts, not monsters, two real people trying to make you feel comfortable, like at home, just to get a kick out of killing you. That scares me a bit, okay? But still isn't scary in the point the scary movie most people want to be. I don't know how to explain it better. And again, that's it. I enjoy the creature design. Look at these cherubs. Look at these cherubs. They are just a marble head with green wings. They are cool. I love that. I love that. You wait, Edward. And I suppose there's a lot of people watching this in my channel. Well, a lot of people. I know there's not a lot of people watching my channel, but you know what I mean. And there could be a lot of people watching my channel and saying, why does a horror channel play this shit? It's not horror. This is not scary at all. And I understand. It's not for them. Again, I'm not trying to say you should watch things you don't like. I'm just saying that horror, especially horror, and other genres too, are very subjective, and so not everyone is going to enjoy them at the same level. I enjoy them at, I don't know how to say that, value level. I enjoy every single bit of them. I enjoy the creature design, I enjoy the sound design, I enjoy the ambience, I enjoy the themes, I enjoy the story. But some people come for horror, come looking into horror, they come looking just for scares. Just for something to jump on the screen, make a powerful sound, and make them scared. And if they don't get that, they don't get what they were looking for. And I can understand, okay? And if you come to my channel looking for that and you don't find that, you're totally free to stop watching my channel. I mean, I'm not gonna force you to do something you don't enjoy. But that's the extent of it. I mean, that's the extent of it. I don't want... I don't know, horror... There's a lot of new horror games that are coming out and people are losing their minds around them simply because they look so good. Again, a lot of quotes, okay? What they look is realistic. And not even realistic in a good sense to me, okay? You can be hyped about any realistic game that comes out. It's your preference, but I don't like that every single AAA game that's coming out is realistic. Everything is realistic. Restore some HP. Okay. Everything is so fucking realistic. I hate it. I hate it so much. Earth Ring empowers her piety, her mind. Okay. I remembered we had something else to equip. For example, now what I'm talking about is Cordosis. I'm sure if you're horror fans, especially gamers, horror fan gamers, you've heard or seen or even tried it yourselves. Okay, a video game called Cordosis. The amazing part is that it's made by a very small team. I don't know if it's made by one dude or by a couple of people. It's made by a very small team. That's amazing, always. Okay? Game production. It's hard. Game production. Let's say it in a simple term. It's hard. And I understand that there's a lot of work behind that, and I can appreciate that, and I can support that. But, and here comes the big but, Cordosis is extremely realistic in graphics. And to me, it looks generic as fuck. And people are losing their shit for the game, and it's okay. It's great that people enjoy whatever they want to enjoy. Okay, I understand, it's great, and you can love whatever you want to love. But when I see one of these games come out and they are centered around being the most realistic possible, so everything looks crisp and dark, and especially dark, and gritty and bleak, and I get tired. I'd rather play a horror experience like Tenebris Somnia. We had the demo in the channel not too long ago. Okay, it's a pixel art game, but it's wonderful. I loved it. I'd rather have that than any realistic looking game. Any day of the year, any day of the week, any hour of the day. I take that at face value. I really mean it. But again, people like to get scared, and it's easier to get a good spook out of something that's realistic. Because playing in first person in a realistic game, you feel immersed because you feel it's real. Your brain feels the danger as more realistic, and it's easier to get that adrenaline pumping scares. Okay, and I understand. It's cool. You can enjoy that, but for some reason, I don't know. There's a lot of other things in horror. There's a lot of other things in horror that we aren't enjoying because we are in this kind of, I don't know, rat race to get the spookier as possible in the shorter amount of time. Let's check on the caretakers. The door is locked and can only be opened by the red key. Okay. Combat. Oh, a flea. And it goes first, doesn't it? Yep. They have a real problem with fleas in this game, in this world. They are very big. Insects in general are very big. Punch it, kick it, kill it. And that was the rant. I'm gonna leave it there, and You can tell me in the comment box if you've been this far. What do you think about horror? What do you like more about horror? And if you're on my side or what side are you? Not in the sense that sides. I'm not speaking of sides as something confrontational, okay? No, not in that sense. I'm speaking of sides as if you like horror because some themes or because they have some interesting stories, or simply you like horror because you like getting scared and that's all you want to get from a scary movie or show or game. Also, if you have gotten here this far in the video, please leave a wonderful like. If a wonderful like, it helps more than you can help. It helps more than you can think to keep me going with the channel. Not that I'm getting anything from the channel except the kick of playing, of enjoying the games I enjoy. Dungeon first floor. Well, what we have here? We have a lot of cheese and healing items, so I can definitely explore a bit. The episode is gonna end soon. Still, we're gonna have some exploring done. Okay, against the camera, we don't go anywhere. There's a door here. This is some tellies or some whiskey? Some tellies. Nice, pick. Pick the tellies, Koudelka. We are outside? There's like a chest here. Nope. There's a combat here. Well, after this combat, I think we leave the video here. Oh, a zombie. A one-armed zombie. Ah, no, he has 2 arms. And a couple of zombie arms too, in addition to everything else. Oh, Koudelka is out of bullet. Reload. Let's move her here. And hope that... Okay, our characters go first. He's not in line to perform any attacks. Nope, he's not. But the hand is... And he failed. Pitiful. I'm gonna keep training James in maces. Koudelka in weapons... I don't know what weapons I'm gonna train Koudelka in. Firearms, of course, she's been shooting all this time. But I don't know what weapons I want to train her otherwise. Okay. Show them what you got, Edward. That's it. Enemy down. Okay, wait here, Koudelka. Shoot the zombie. Oh, he pushed it. He put him back. And James, finish this with your pipe. Strike him down. Nope, he didn't finish it. Then let's... Oh, the pipe causes silence. That's great. And didn't kill the zombie neither. Edward, you know what you have to do. Kill it. This motherfucker has a ton of life. Now he has several turns, obviously. Finally! Damn! For the last combat of the episode, it was a bit harder than anything else. That's cool, that's cool. It's gonna be a slow-paced series. Yes, it's gonna be a slow-paced series. But it's nice. But it gives me more things to do than the World of Horror one. Let's see what's in the chest. It's locked with a 4-digit combination padlock. Nope, I don't know the numbers. All numbers have been said, nothing happened, you'll have to try a different combination. Okay, so we have to find a combination somewhere. James, heal Edward and heal yourself. How's your healing going? 360. 880. Well, we'll see if it's 1000 to level up soon enough. But for today, we are leaving the episode here. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed my rambling and my ranting about horror. And I hope you subscribe to the channel so we can talk more on the next episode. Have a spooky good time, friend!